I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by ForensicGameology.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less.
Pandemic the Cure. Extra strength dice game.
Fast acting.
Fast acting. This is a pandemic game, so you're trying to work, or you are working together to cure diseases. Of this one, there are 4 diseases that you're trying to cure. This one involves dice. So, what do? You lose a lot, and there are multiple ways to lose. If this epidemic or this infection track gets to this skull, you lose. If this outbreak track gets to the skull, you lose. Or if you can't pull any dice, which represent your people, out of the bag, if you can't pull enough, you lose. You win by curing all 4 diseases. So and there are different roles. Well, same roles as the other pandemic, but everyone has a different role. There are events, different ways to do those things. So let's just jump right in. Simplicity versus complexity.
I think this was simple for me because I've played Pandemic, and a lot of it is translated over. You have outbreaks if there are 3 or if there are 4 or more of the same color of dice on any one area. You have events you can play that don't count as actions, but it's different, and so there's a little bit of complexity when you treat something. It goes to the center, but that can still be rolled in an epidemic. You can then treat it to the bag. If you don't have enough dice to pull out of the bag, you lose. So there's little rules here and there, but I think overall it is a fairly moderately simple game.
Yeah, I think if you've never played Pandemic, this is going to be a medium game. There's just a lot of text. Maybe light to medium. And then if you've played Pandemic, this is going to be a fairly easy game. Your actions that you can do are listed in the rulebook, but you can't always do those because you roll your dice, and I can treat and I can get a sample. So there are just different ways to do the same things that you've done in Pandemic. And so it's dictated by the dice. And that you cure, but you have to get 13 or higher when you roll these. So you have to collect these. But you can transfer them and everything similar to you do in Pandemic. So the ideas are the same, they're just applied a little bit differently. So luck versus strategy.
Well, this is a press your luck game. As you roll, if you roll these biohazard symbols, you can't re-roll those, but you can re-roll anything else, and the biohazards will make you have more epidemics, and that could cause more outbreaks. So I rolled a biohazard. Do I want to roll the rest? I do. Oh no, 2 more biohazards. I could have just kept my original roll. So there's a lot of luck. There is some mitigation of that luck with the strategy. You've got your event cards, and you can use those, and you've got your special powers and just the regular actions you can take. There is strategy in this game. You will lose if you don't use a good strategy, but man, there's a lot of luck. That variance will really test you. When one roll, so perfect, you just cured a whole bunch of stuff, you got a bunch of dice you can spend from the CDC, next roll, boom, 2 outbreaks. How did that happen? So I think there's a lot of both strategy and luck in this game.
There is a lot of luck. I'd say there's more luck in this game than in regular Pandemic because they're dice rolling. You don't know what card. In Pandemic, you know what cards are in there when you have an epidemic. Here, you don't know what's going to be rolled. There is a more likelihood of having blacks here than there is anywhere in other places, so you kind of can kind of plan for that, but not really. So I think there's a lot of luck in this game, and like Tom said, you have to use the strategies that you have at your disposal well, or you're gonna lose. It's a very challenging game. And so if you don't use your ability to its fullest, like the dispatcher or the generalist or the medic, whoever you have, if you don't use that power, you're probably not going to win. So let's just jump. Fun versus boring. I am a huge fan of co-ops. This does not disappoint because it is so challenging that when you win, yes! I think it's a fun game. That being said, I don't care for games where you can't plan your turn at all until it's your turn, because that just makes it take longer. And so you can't do that, because you have to roll your dice. You don't even know what you can do. You know what you want to do. Like, okay, I want to get some fly, I want to collect samples. Oh, 2 biohazards, I can't do anything with those, and I didn't get what I wanted here, so now I only have 3 dice. So that's a little bit of a bother to me, but I still enjoy this game.
I do enjoy this game, but I think you're going to be surprised that I said that after you hear my rating. I'll just say it's a 5. I'm giving this it's it's middle of the road for me because as much as I enjoy the aspect of the push your luck, and I love when like we need to get that last syringe, we need a treat. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And it was like, don't roll, you might get another biohazard. I just love that whole group think of like, it's my turn, and you can influence me, but I'm making the decision, and the different player styles come out when the win is on the line. And like the last time we played, we won on the last possible die roll. It was totally nuts.
We were here on both of them.
Yeah, it was totally nuts. But and I like that. But man, I don't like. And obviously, I think it's a good mechanic that when you what is it, cure a disease, or sample disease to cure it, it loses that die until you roll and cure the disease. And if you don't, like that person could roll 3 times and not get it, and you can be out dice, and it's like just less playing. And I want to play more, not less. And that just didn't make it as much fun for me as all the other parts did. So I would give it a 5 on the Board Game Geek rating, like kind of middle of the road. I'd play it if people wanted to, but I don't think I'd suggest it.
I'd give it a 7. Because of the dice are not my favorite, but I still enjoy it. It takes a little longer, but we're all working together, so I'm involved in everyone's turn, so that helps. So, fun game. Every time we get to multiples of 500 subscribers, we give away a free glitter painting of your favorite geeky thing. So make sure to subscribe now on YouTube.
It could be you that wins.
Pandemic the cure. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.